And you said, so this is where women would bring men up here.
That's the story that we've heard.
It's amazing. So this used to be a brothel. We're standing in the middle of it. Welcome back. Here we go again. Today is a beautiful day for a little ride and exploration. We're heading back out into West Marin. Marin County, for those of you who don't know, is in Northern California, just across the Golden Gate Bridge north of San Francisco. And we're going out into the rural part of the county to go check out a little spot that I've always been interested in, the Papermill Creek Saloon. An old, historic, cool little dive bar out in West Marin that has a lot of history to it and a lot of crazy stories associated with it, actually. We'll see what it looks like when we get out there. Starting a little later in the day today because the saloon doesn't open until 1. So let's see what happens. That's a CB500X. CB500? Oh, that's their bike? Yeah. Oh, nice.
She loves it.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for next is my upgrade.
You're in the training school.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh. Like yeah, these are like the starter bikes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good. I love it as the first bike, you know. It's perfect to learn on.
That's great.
Yeah, pretty soon I'm going to try to get one of those, though, as my second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, ride safe, guys.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too. I don't even want to ride with my visor down because I literally keep forgetting to clean the visor off, and it's just it's a graveyard of insects. So, the bar that we're going to, the Papermill Creek Saloon, is in a part of West Marin called the San Geronimo Valley. And this valley became kind of famous for a lot of notable people living and spending time there in the 60s and 70s. Most notably, probably the Grateful Dead, I think. Jerry Garcia, the frontman for the Grateful Dead, I believe lived in the San Geronimo Valley out here. And a lot of other kind of Bay Area 60s and 70s rock bands, including some legendary figures that spent a lot of time at this bar that we're going to. But the history of this place goes back much farther beyond the 60s and 70s. And hopefully we'll hear a bit about that today. Look at this beautiful road right now. I've been on it a bunch of times. We've done videos out here before, but look at this. This day today is meant for riding. What an absolutely beautiful day. So not too long of a ride today, not like last week. Believe it or not, the saloon is right off this main road here. And it should be coming up fairly soon. Yeah, we're getting close now. Here we go. It's right up here. Oh, shit, I missed it. Oh, no, I didn't. And here we are, the Papermill Creek Saloon. So, this building was built in 1907, but it actually didn't become a bar until the 1940s. Then later on, in the 1960s, a woman named Thomasina Wilson bought the bar, and Thomasina had 14 children. Not all of them are still alive today, but her family still owns and manages the bar. Her children still operate the bar. Unfortunately, Thomasina died last year. Now, before Thomasina bought this place, it was really known as a rough bar. It was known as a biker bar. Lots of Hell's Angels hung out here. Apparently there were fights just about every night. People were getting thrown through the windows. But Thomasina changed the bar. It became, under her control, a kind of local community gathering place. And the Point Reyes Light, one of the local papers here in West Marin, described it as a place where hippies would drink next to rednecks. Later on, it also became a hangout for famous rock and roll legends.
This is renowned for like Janis Joplin, Jerry Garcia, you know, a lot of hippies from the Haight-Ashbury came out here in the late 60s. The Janis used to come here and the legend says she'd throw a $100 bill on the bar. All right, drinks on me till this is gone, you know, so that went a long way back then. Jerry Garcia died like a mile away up in the Serenity Knolls Rehab Center. So he's got a lot of fans around here. All right, where are you folks from?
In Marin. I'm from Santa Fe.
Nice.
Yeah, we stumbled upon this place about a month ago, and we're like, oh, we gotta come back.
Yeah,
As
we
long as
came
you don't
when Mike
stumble
was
out
here
here,
one
it's gonna be
afternoon.
all right. The Hell's Angels used to come out here, you know, I mean, back in the day, there was probably one sheriff patrolling from here to Stinson Beach, and people knew they were kind of out here on their own. And there was a lot of fights, you know, a lot of pretty bad stuff probably went on in the late 70s, early 80s. But then, you know, people grow up, people move away, people die. But in the last 5, 6 years, it's just been kind of like I said, a music destination for locals, and we try to keep it really mellow. Knock on wood, it's like there's very rarely any trouble here. The community comes together in here too. It's kind of a hub, like if there's a big power outage or there's a fire a couple times up on the hill, everyone comes here and kind of sits around the fire and sort of talks, gets, you know, feel that feeling of camaraderie. It's good. It's really good.
He doesn't want to be on video, but the guy who lives upstairs is going to show me the upstairs, which used to be a brothel.
This is like the bar storage.
It's okay if I film just as we're walking in?
Sure. You got this little bizarre landing.
Yeah, look at this. So this is the apartment, right?
Well, this used to be the porch.
Oh.
This used to be an outdoor stairway. You'd walk in the front door to your right, and then they covered it and made it part of the whole house.
And you said, so this is where women would bring men up here.
That's the story that we've heard. Yeah, they would meet them in the bar, and then they would take them up here. There's 2 rooms that are in each corner, basically.
It's amazing. So this used to be a brothel. We're standing in the middle of it. Oh, no way. That's awesome.
Isn't it a trip?
Look at that. And here's these kind of famous archways right here.
We call my unit the Arches. My son and I call this the Arches.
The arches.
Just because it makes sense, right?
That's great.
Sitting up here when the bar is rocking and people are just out in front.
Yeah.
And they're just blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
I'm kind of like sitting here going, I wish I didn't have to hear this, but it's kind of fascinating.
Oh yeah, I bet you hear a bunch of stories up from up here. You know, I had driven by here and I was just kind of taken by the front of the building, as a lot of people are, I think, and it's been a spot that I've been so curious about for a long time, so I'm really glad that I got to come here and check it out and learn about it. I know this was a kind of short little video this week, but I just love these kind of historic little watering hole type places that have such interesting stories to them. Anyway, thanks for coming along with me. Thanks so much for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. More adventures to come. Thank you so much.